Let us remember. Let us remember that we are in the holy presence of God. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. God, we ask you to join the class of 2025 and our loved ones as we celebrate this grand achievement in our academic careers. May the brotherhood we have built continue to support each other throughout our lives. May we find strength in the hard work that we've put in during our time at Christian Livers. Jesus, please bless our lives and may we can achieve success according to your plan. Allow us to stay true to ourselves, to make good decisions, and to use our gifts you have given us in order to serve your fellow man. Strengthen us to be able to live in faith, hope, and love, so that we may make the world a better place, according to your word. Amen. Satan shall not steal us out. Jesus in our hearts forever.
Joy.
Good morning, everyone. Teachers, administrators, family members, friends, and most importantly, class of 2025. Today, we close one chapter and prepare to open another. We gather not just to celebrate a set of accomplishments, but to recognize the journey we've taken together. A journey marked by growth, resilience, brotherhood, and moments we will carry with us forever. First, let's take a moment to thank the people who helped us reach this milestone. To our teachers who invested time, energy, and endless patience, thank you for pushing us to be better than we thought we could be. Whether it was Mr. Higginbotham challenging us with endless problem sets to truly understand our material, or Mr. Pankowitz strengthening our rhetoric and communication through countless essays and MCQs, we have been pushed to become the best versions of ourselves. And thank you to those who helped me improve outside of regular class time, like Mr. Bolton and Mr. Womack helping me strengthen my trumpet skills extensively, or Mr. Botti allowing me to take an extra class during lunch so I could do Latin all 4 years. To our families, who stood beside us through every late night, every early morning, every small triumph, and every big struggle, thank you for believing in us, even when we doubted ourselves, and even if boy moms can be a little embarrassing every now and then. Last but not least, to our friends, especially friend groups like my own, the ones who made us laugh when we needed it most. Thank you for reminding us that no one does this alone. Today, we graduate not only with a diploma, we graduate with a brotherhood that will stay with us long after we leave these halls. Looking back, it's strange to think how far we've come. I remember walking into CBHS for the first time, overwhelmed, unsure, maybe even a little scared. I was a young and nervous kid going from a class of around 20 students, one almost 10 times that size. But now, I'm glad to call what once seemed like a massive class of my brothers as those I never knew I needed. Over time, unfamiliar halls became a second home. The classmates who started as strangers became our brothers, as teammates in competition, companions through challenges, and supporters in every moment of doubt. We found those once strangers to become family through the brotherhood. We discovered talents we never knew we had. But most importantly, we learned that failure isn't the opposite of success. It's a part of it, and something our brotherhood taught us to face without fear. Initially, when I came here, something I overlooked but saw every day was the virtues of the month. As someone struggling to understand my faith as a freshman, I didn't quite get the importance of the virtues that a LaSallian man has, because then CBHS was foreign to me. Yet, as time passed, I recognized that each virtue had its place for a reason, whether it be sacrifice in December or determination in May, especially with senioritis. Specifically, under the instruction of Brother Mark, standing on desks and preaching bright and early in the first period of the day, I saw the zeal he had for God. And it made me wonder, how could someone be so inspired to get up every morning and teach a class full of half asleep, drowsy teens? Then I met Coach Whitmer. At the beginning of every class, his prayers were a little different than normal. He always managed to give devotionals through relating a personal story of someone he knew or something that happened to him each day that related back to that month's virtue without fault. Through this guidance, I realized that life is not just about the achievements or the awards we strive for. Rather, it is about the man we become, because people will remember us not through the accolades we receive, but by the virtues we exemplify. If I could leave you with one message today, it would be this: success is not a destination. Although I once looked at it that way, trying to push myself to all ends and definitely getting on teachers' nerves as I would try to get the very best grade I felt capable of, I didn't find success putting most of my energy towards titles or a GPA. True success is the willingness to keep learning, to keep growing, and to keep showing up, even when it's hard, even when it's uncomfortable. And every time we show up, we add another moment to our journey towards our goals. That is where true success comes, the journey. It is never finally achieving our goals that we remember, like us graduating with a diploma today. Rather, it will be all of the effort, the sleepless nights, and most of all, the times of joy we experienced. But not because we did it alone,
but because each of our true success stories came through each other. In a world that often tells us to have everything figured out, I want to say this clearly. It's okay not to have all the answers right now, or honestly ever. But as long as we keep going, never giving up in search of answers, we will learn to the point where we don't need anymore. Some of the most beautiful paths are the ones we discover by accident, by following the curiosity of our questions rather than rigid plan and strict answers that are black and white. Stay open to the unexpected and be brave enough to change directions if life calls you, and lean on friends and family along the way. As we step forward to colleges, to careers, to all the unknowns ahead, let's not measure our success by the size of our achievements alone. Let's measure it by the impact we have on others through the kindness we show, the courage we demonstrate, the integrity we hold on to, even when no one is watching, and the determination we exemplify, even when it feels like all hope is lost. Let's also measure it by how we lift our brothers, how we honor the relationships that shaped us, and how we continue to build others up just as we were built here. Because long after today, it won't be the test scores or the numbers people remember. It will be the way we made it feel, the way we chose love over judgment, determination over defeat, and courage over fear. We are the class of 2025, a class shaped by challenges no one could have predicted, like coming into high school shortly after COVID. We are a class that learned to adapt, to persist, and support each other in ways that speak louder than any transcript ever could. We didn't just survive those challenges, we survived them together as brothers. And if we could do all of that, there's truly no limit to what we could do next. I want to end with a quote by Maya Angelou. People will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. Class of 2025, let's go into the world and make it better, brighter, kinder, stronger, because we were here. Let's carry forward the spirit of brotherhood, the belief that no success matters if it is achieved alone, and no hardship is too great when we face it together. Congratulations. Our 4 years have come to an end. They have been completed with fulfillment, purpose, and the bond of brotherhood. And now we can use everything we have learned, experienced, and understood to go out and change the world. As we become the men for tomorrow we once looked up for, we once looked up to, let us always remember that the people who stood beside us through every challenge and every triumph have become our brothers for life. Thank you.
Hello and welcome everyone. Thank you for taking the time to attend our graduation. It means a lot, and we're so excited that you are here with us today to celebrate this huge achievement with the CDHS class of 2025. In the past, when I've heard the saying, time flies, I never really thought much about it, and oftentimes continued on even faster than before. But when I look back at my 4 years at CDHS, I realized that time really did fly. Even though there are moments in classes I couldn't wait to reach the end of, where time seemed to stand still, it was over in the blink of an eye, and I'd give anything to have that time back. I'm I'm happy to say that I'm a part of this brotherhood and would give anything to have had it slow down even more. You may be thinking to yourself, what is this brotherhood I've always heard so much about? And I can't really explain to you what the brotherhood is. You have to be in the brotherhood to know what it is. But I do know some things are certain. The brotherhood is a family that brings us together and will stick with us for life. It's the strong character that has been embedded in us these past 4 years. It's showing up to athletic and fine arts events to cheer on our classmates, and so much more. Now I'm honored to introduce the president of Christian Brothers High School, Brother David Hughes. Dr. Robert, members of the faculty, parents,
distinguished guests, but most importantly, the class of 2025. Let us remember that we are in the holy presence of God. How many times have you heard those words throughout the course of your years at Christian Brothers High School? They begin each class, each meeting, each assembly, each athletic event. Those 12 simple words of St. John Baptist de La Salle are the trademark and sentiment of all LaSallian schools around the world. They challenge us to live our lives consciously aware that God is here with us right now. St. Paul writes to the Romans, your love must be completely sincere. Hate what is evil, hold on to what is good. Love one another warmly and be eager to show respect for one another. Work hard and do not be lazy. Serve the Lord enthusiastically. Let your hope keep you joyful. Be patient in troubles and pray at all times. Share your belongings with those in need and open your homes to strangers. Be happy with those who are happy. Weep with those who weep. Have the same concern for everyone. De La Salle's words and Paul's admonition to the Romans present a great challenge to each of us. They also succinctly summarize what we attempt to accomplish at Christian Brothers High School. To communicate Christ to you so that your attitude toward others will be that of Christ. God's presence in the world today depends upon you. You need to make God present in this world in the same way as Jesus did. You have to become, as St. Teresa of Avila so simply put it, God's hands, God's feet, God's mouthpiece, and God's heart in the world. We have it from Jesus himself that the only question which will determine whether our life was worth living is, I was hungry, I was thirsty, I was a stranger, I was fill in the blank. What did you do about that? Jesus unequivocally affirms that our standing with God depends upon how we stand in relationship to the weakest members within society. George Bernard Shaw wrote, the worst sin towards our fellow creatures is not to hate them, but to be indifferent to them. That's the essence of inhumanity. As you complete your education at Christian Brothers High School, it is our hope that the objective of our education has been achieved, to develop young men whose hearts and minds are committed to the service of others, especially the poor, by caring for the integrated needs of the whole person, spiritual, academic, emotional, physical, and social. For the last 4 years, we have tried to instill in you the importance and value of the 5 core principles that distinguish us as a LaSallian school. and that create the culture of who we are. Faith in the presence of God, respect for all persons, an inclusive community, quality education, and concern for the poor and social justice. You are prepared for what lies ahead. Each of you has been given various gifts and talents. It is your responsibility to do something with what you have been given. To whom much is given, much is required. To the class of 2025, today you look to your parents, teachers, and friends through deep and mixed emotions. You have made many memories which will give you happiness in the years ahead. You have forged friendships which will give you support in all that you undertake. You have dreamed dreams which will enrich your life's work. Your years at Christian Brothers High School have been an important part of your life that can never be repeated. You will be leaving a part of you here and will be taking a part of CBHS with you. Your life at Christian Brothers High School have been affected by your presence with us. You have made a difference. Please choose to continue to make a difference. By your very lifestyle, you will witness to what you believe. Let your beliefs be worth witnessing. The prophet Micah tried to convey to the Israelites a simple but powerful message. What does God ask of you? Only this: to act justly, to love tenderly, to walk humbly with your God. Today is a day to celebrate the valiant efforts made by you graduates and parents. Today is a day to appreciate what you do for each other. Today is a day to gently say thank you and to enjoy the blessings that you are for each other and for all people. In closing, I would like to share with you a few of life's little instructions. Treat everyone you meet like you want to be treated. Strive for excellence, not perfection. Leave everything a little better than you found it. Become the most positive and enthusiastic person you know. Be forgiving of yourself and others. Commit yourself to constant improvement. Look people in the eye. Take responsibility for every area of your life. Be there when people need you. And probably most importantly, call your mother. As you join the ranks of the thousands of Christian Brothers High School alumni, know that you are always a brother's boy, and as such are welcome here in your home at 5900 Walnut Grove Road. Today and every day is a great day to be a brother's boy. My prayer for each of you is that God will continue to watch over you and guide you, that he will instill in each of you an attitude of gratitude for everything we have as a gift from God. And gratefulness precedes happiness. May God watch over you and bless you most abundantly, and may Jesus continue to live in your heart forever. Thank you.
Thank you, Brother David. Now it is my pleasure to introduce our principal, Dr. Jane Montgomery.
In keeping with the dignity and solemnity of the occasion, and out of respect for our graduates, please hold your applause until all of our graduates have been recognized. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we are proud to present to you the members of the 2025 graduating class of Christian Brothers High School. Samuel Nash Aaron. Luke Michael Aker. Bernardo Alvarez. Christopher Mauricio Badillo. William Jean Bandy. Luke Miller Berry. Wiley Stephen Berry. Tiago Paul Bolio. Guillermo Jimenez Becerril. Isaiah Beltran. Andrew Watson Benton. Benjamin Wallace Bernstein. Bryce Alexander Byer. John Joseph Bischoff. Samuel Douglas Black. Osma Stacy Bolanos. George Patrick Booth. Gabriel Richard Boyd. George Franklin Brewer. Stephen Thomas Brzezinski. Jake Ryan Brisky. Jordan Artez Brown. Garrett Creighton Edward Brown. Tyler Reed Brown. Nathan Christopher Brownlee. Griffin Thomas Bryant. Giovanni Benito Bueno. Joshua Lee Burns. Jesse Dean Butcher. Mason William Butler. Oscar Cambron. Paul Harvey Camillo. John Patrick Kendiana. Lambton Wayne Carlisle. Cavell Castro. Leander Abiel Castro. Lucas Robert Sestaro. Howard Buck Chancellor. Carson Redford Chandler. Andrew Corey Christensen. Samuel Scott Cody. Sean Micah Crump. Tristan Isaac Cruz. Darren Glenn Curtis. Alexander Robert Davis. William Harvey DeGroot. Alton Joseph Donnelly. Jackson Lear Dress. Joseph Lucas Druyon. Ashton Glenn Duckett. William Alexander Dunlap. Wesley Carter Evanson. Evan Joseph Edwards. William Shea Edwards. Edward Blake Eskimo. Michael Thomas Enright. Carson Andrew Finch. Samuel Trevor Fitchin. William Keith Fletchinger. Quentin Paul Katusha. Hal Edward Blanker. Adrian Gonzalez. Eli Draft Goodall. Parker James Goodwin. Ethan John Gradowski. James Burns Green. Christopher Andrew Greer. Charles Woodward Griffith. Alden Seeley Halbert. Andrew Nash Hammond. John Michael Henry. Jackson Emmanuel Harris. Thomas Thornton Napier Hathcott. Robert Thomas Hayden III. Ashton Arthur Hearn. Vincent Daniel Heaney. Chandler Logan Henderson. Grant Avery Henderson. Aaron Angel Hernandez. Christian Alfredo Herrera. Collier Davidson Hill. Hartford Thomas Oppenjack. Caleb Allen Hungate. James Walker Jacobs. Andrew Patrick Jacob. Jack Wyatt Jarrett. Gavin Isaiah Jelly. Henry Allen Jennings. Ethan Sean Johnson. James Muldrow Johnson. Reginald LaShawn Johnson. Reed Lawrence Johnston. Chaz Gregory Jones. Gregory Madison Jordan. Colin James Keller. Alexander Thomas Connell. Nicholas Michael Keith. Samuel A. Kitzinger. Christopher Charles Kofal. John Cooper Cranks. Emmett Robert Price. John Theodore Lamont. John West Lewis. Michael Anthony Lucchese. Paul Eugene Lucchese. Joshua Thomas Names. Jackson William Warren Manning. Colin James Marshall. Jude Leo Moret. Jack Ward McBee. William Landon McAllister. Miller Chase McCormick. Aiden Denton McCrum. Finley Brooks McCullough. James Hayes McDonald. Cade Martin McKay. Mikhailo Medvedchuk. Theodore Christian Miller. Justin Allen Mitchell. Jace Taylor Moore. Marcus Edward Moore. Christopher Leo Maurice. Dean Dawson Mumon. Cesar Emilio Nava. James Gregory New. Troy Victor Nguyen. Jackson A. Noah. Nicholas Ortiz. Jake Latham Oxley. Asa Zen Ankowitz. Owen McCadden Parker. Brody Christopher Patterson. Bishop Houston Potter. Clay Elisha Rayner. Roman Parker Rawlings. Cage Miller Reinhardt. Matthew Lawrence Richardson. Andrew James Ritter. Benjamin Andrew Rouse. Joseph Christopher Russell. Hudson Francis Salvaggio. Adam Rodney Schmitz. Spencer Ellis Skolton. William Charles Seelig. Charles Andrew Seifers. Reed Brady Shute. Michael Ethan Simpson. Elijah Gabriel Smith. Rodrigo Suarez. Luke Thomas Sublett. Beckett Tyler Sudbury. Samuel Ford Sweeney. Alexander Constantine Taras. Emery David Temple. Edward Lewis Thomas. Daniel Grove Thompson. Wynn Owen Thompson. Joseph Clay Tidwell III. Jonathan Alexander Torres. Massimo Paolo Valentino. Emiliano Vitale. Brandon Robert Walker. Walker Raymond Warren. Hudson Elliott Webster. Alex Charles Went. William Hudson Westbrook. Jackson Scott Whittington. Austin Riley Williams. Canyon James Williams. Samuel Stewart Winter. William Matthew Winterrow. John Marshall Zwine. We will now proceed with the presentation of special honors and awards. The 2025 Valedictorian Award granted to the highest academic ranking senior during his 4 years at Christian Brothers High School, James Muldrow Johnson III. The 2025 Salutatorian Award, awarded to the second highest academic ranking senior during his 4 years at Christian Brothers High School, Charles Woodward Griffith. The Brother Adrian Powers Academic Improvement Award, awarded to that senior who has shown the greatest academic improvement over a period of 4 years at Christian Brothers High School, Jack Wyatt Jeremy. The Brother J. Stephen O'Malley Award, awarded to the senior who best exemplifies the high qualities of honor, courage, scholarship, leadership, and service to school and society, George Franklin Brewer. The Signum Fidei Award, given to the senior who has best demonstrated steadfast faith and unyielding courage in overcoming adversity. Ethan John Radowski. Dr. Ralph G. Hale Van, awarded to the senior who best exemplifies excellence in music. William Alexander Dunlap. The Tom Nix Award, given in honor of Tom Nix and presented to the senior who has excelled as a student athlete in his 4 years at Christian Brothers High School. Ashton Arthur Bird. On behalf of the administration, faculty, and staff, I would like to extend our warmest and most sincere congratulations to each of our graduates and also to their families. Each and every one of you has much to be proud of today. You have successfully accomplished a sometimes very difficult goal and now have earned the lifelong title of Brothers Boy. Congratulations.
Will the class of 2025 please stand? Graduates, faculty, and guests, today is a day of celebration. A moment that marks both an ending and a beginning, as we gather here not just to honor what has been achieved, but to dream about what lies ahead. While our time at CHS ends here today, the memories and bonds we made will last a lifetime. We have spent 4 years learning, growing, and representing who we are in classrooms, on playing fields, on stages, and out in the world. Over these 4 years, we have experienced moments like building trebuchets, our first catback in Heffernan, Mr. Tarzan shot heard around the world, senior year prom at the Fieldhouse, and many more. We broke records like money donated to the mission collection, attendance at a dance, as well as many of our classmates hosting a Costa Rican exchange student. We saw the greatest student section in all the land continue its glory by helping propel our athletic teams to win state championships in basketball, rugby, track, and wrestling, as well as beating a certain school many times. We listed as the oldest high school band in America, represented CHS nationally by traveling to 30 out of the 50 states, all while winning multiple awards. We watched our theater program create amazing show after amazing show, with each one showcasing the talent of our brothers' boys. And we saw our art program produce work by our students that is now showcased in the Memphis International Airport for all to see. The Brothers Walks, Men for Tomorrow assemblies, colorblind themes, pep rallies, intramurals, Wednesday morning activities, flex time activities, and many more moments we have had make us truly realize the value and the impact this school has on people. All of Coach Wood's blue books, Mr. Newman's lit logs, Brother Mike's vocab quizzes, math tests, and every lesson all built the young men sitting here today. But one of the best lessons we've learned here were not in the syllabus. For me, the class of 2025 has taught me a few lessons that made me the person I am today. Have a great attitude. Make the most out of any situation. Show enthusiasm in your work. Be passionate and be a servant leader. It was rare to walk next to Joseph Tickle in the halls and not see a smile on his face or get a "what's up, bro" as the conversation started. Does not matter if it was a shy freshman or one of his best friends, Joseph makes everyone around him feel equally important. Joseph's positivity and the attitude that he carries affected me and inspires me to do the same for others. Coming over from Ukraine during our sophomore year and instantly making an impact by participating in our band, Misha Medvedchuk proved his talent on the clarinet by becoming one of the top soloists in Tennessee and receiving a scholarship to play in college. I continue to be impressed with all he accomplishes and how he continuously overcomes the challenges he has faced. Misha's courage and determination will be embedded in all who come in contact with him for years to come. Sam Aaron directed us in showing a school spirit to help propel our athletic teams to victory by helping to run and plan pep rallies, lead the student section in cheers, and presenting ideas to the BLC or faculty. When he was not working for the BLC, he was guiding on the basketball court as a captain by helping our team have a successful season. Whether it was a broken hand, a lost voice, or a bad performance, Sam never failed to make people laugh, provide inspiration, or show enthusiasm to whoever he was working with. Vinny Healy is one of the best examples of a brother's boy that there could be. Vinny showed his school spirit throughout his career at CHS as a 3-year member of the BLC and a member of our campus ministry team. Vinny was not a young leader or one competing for the brothers, but he was always there to show support. Whether he was going all out for the team, giving a pregame speech to the BLC homeroom, or lending a helping hand whenever he was called on, Vinny did it all with the sole purpose of making the school better, and that he did. Vinny's school spirit and love for the brotherhood will teach us how to be passionate about what we love and how our actions can impact others. Last but not least is my vice president, Miller Performer. It was rare not to see Miller at a BLC event, student ambassador tour, or campus ministry event, as he was always the first to volunteer when help was needed. Miller is very passionate about the school and the things that he loves, thus making him one of the best displays of what it means to be a brother's boy. It did not matter if it was cleanup after a dance, leading our student section in cheers, cooking pancakes at 5 a.m., planning pep rallies, or cleaning up the wreck that is Coach Cannett's room. Miller did it with a service-driven mindset and the best possible attitude. That is just a fraction of the stories and effects that these brothers boys have made on us, and they will live with us long after we leave Christian Brothers High School. Graduates, the world beyond these purple and gold walls is full of choices, challenges, and change, but it is also filled with endless possibilities. While 5900 Walnut Grove will be rooting us forever, we now have to write our own stories. And now, for the first time as an alum of Christian Brothers High School, it is my honor to lead us in saying, St. John Baptist De La Salle, pray for us. Live Jesus in our hearts forever. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2025.